Anambra Youth Coalition asked Peter Obi to drop presidential bid. Can you imagine? If youths are just forming youth. It now we have seen different kinds of youth coalition, youth group, youth council, youth leader, youth everywhere now. Now another group of youths now have come out in Anambra State telling Peter Obi to drop his presidential bid. So that what will happen now? So are they not tired of suffering? How can you see someone that is better in terms of competency and everything around him? You are saying he should drop for who? Oh, wow, let's see what they have to say. A coalition of youths in Anambra State have called on the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, to drop his presidential ambition and join hands with progressive forces in the Southeast to negotiate a brighter political future for Igbo. Can you imagine? The group, Coalition of Anambra Youth Leaders, said there were fears that Obi's insistence on contesting the presidency would rub off negatively on Igbo and brighten the chances of the All Progressive Congress APC to retain power at the center. Noting that APC experiment has been disastrous for the country, the Youth Coalition said all efforts must be geared towards rescuing Nigeria from the party, adding that another 4 years of APC may totally eclipse Nigeria. That's true. Addressing journalists at press conference in Oka, national leader of the coalition, Dr. Chinedu Ekwalo, said Igbo stand a better chance of getting to power at the center through the People Democratic Party, PDP. Can you imagine? According to him, Obi ought to reconsider the negative impact of his personal ambition on the future of Igbo nation and stand down in support of the party which vice presidential candidate he was in 2019. Dr. Kwalo said Obi's LP has no mathematical chance of winning the presidential election, adding that emotions will not bring in the desired numbers that would satisfy the constitutional requirement to be declared a winner. Though he said it was human for people to be emotional about Obi's ambition, the youth leader stated that emotions don't win elections, superior numbers do. Can you imagine? Let us not be emotional about it. No Igbo man can be president without a formidable alliance with the other major regions that make up Nigeria. What is this man trying to say now? He argued that in the early 60s and late 70s, Igbo understood that point and maintained a robust relationship with their northern brothers. Our brother Peter Obi does not have this alliance and knows very well that an irate social media mob does not and cannot make him president. Obi's presidential run is sabotage to Igbo. What he has only succeeded in doing is increasing APC's chance of winning the election by depleting the votes of the Southeast for PDP. The implication is that the Southeasterners will have to stay out of power for a minimum of another 16 years. This is because after Tinubu, if he wins, power will return to North for another 8 years, leaving Igbo out of another 16 solid years. So if Mr. Peter Obi truly loves Igbo, he should step down forthwith and strategize with other well-meaning Igbo lives in charting a way forward for the Igbo nation. We repeat, the presidency is not won on the premise of wishful thinking and hula baloo of an untamed mob, who probably do not even understand the need for a pathway for the Igbo nation. Pushing for a new narrative for the Igbo nation, Dr. Ekwalo said, Ohaneze Ndigbo and prominent Igbo leaders, including Obi, must now, without any further delay, engage seriously with the frontliners in the forthcoming presidential election and secure bankable negotiations for Igbo political renaissance and pathway to the presidency of Nigeria. Now, this person must be paid by Atiku. That is my submission on this thing. So now, Igbos have been crying that they have been denied the opportunity to be president since 1979 till now. All right? they've not been able to see the light of the day with respect to the presidency in Nigeria. Now, a credible person, all right, of the Igbo extraction and has been globally accepted by his antecedent, and by everybody due to his antecedent. This group of Igbo youth from Anambra State, from his own state, are telling him to step down. What do you mean by they must learn to align with the Northerners, with Northern brothers, to be able to be there? So when do you think it will be the turn of Igbos? And why do you think the governor of Atiku will favor in the Igbos? The government of Atiku is as good as the government of Buhari because they are both Fulanis with Fulani agenda, with pure hatred for the Igbos. With pure hatred for the Igbos. So what is this guy Kwalo trying to say? Because I think this guy is a paid trumpeter. That is how I call him. He's a paid trumpeter making noise on behalf of somebody else. And that person must be Atiku. That's the truth. Instead of all of you now having had the opportunity of getting a person, a very formidable person that is now globally accepted, and everybody is now aligning and agreeing, even the people in the north, people in the west, people in the east, as old as the Afeniferes, are saying that it is time for the Igbos, let's allow them to be there. An Igbo man or an Igbo boy is coming out to say that social media emotion cannot win election. What kind of people are these? What kind of, how do I call these people? Now, why does he think that if Peter Obi steps down, that will give him the chance to be president? At what time? Because definitely, by the time Atiku enters, he's going to continue the Fulani agenda, and he's going to continue from where Buhari stopped. His own might even be the worst against the Igbos, because they hate the Igbos to their foot. So now, why does he think that after 8 years of Atiku, that an Easterner will be there? It's not possible. This again tells me that, somebody said that Soludo is hoping that after 8 years of whoever is coming in, that he will want to be the president. And that is the time he thinks that he can make it and he will be the first Igbo man to be president of Nigeria. That is why he is trying to, to be, or he is being used against Peter Obi to drop the ambition now, so that no other person will be there until it's his time by the next 8 years. And why does he think that he will even be alive for the next 8 years to become president of Nigeria? Or why does he think that even when he's alive, that the other tribes or other ethnic groups or other geopolitical zones will allow him to be there? I don't know how people think. I really don't know how people think. I feel bad when I hear young people talking like this. So let me see what comment people have here. Somebody is saying, Mr. Chinedu, it is not true. Now is the turn of Igbos. So you and your group should join hands together and vote for Obi. That's correct. If they put Soludo and put Peter Obi, who has a better chance of winning an election as a president in Nigeria? Somebody is saying they are paid, and that I also agree. These people have been paid to cause propaganda. The boy Chinedu is in Atiku's payroll, and that's correct. I agree. Some people are paid to start causing confusion. Mr. Kwalo, a Northern Fulani is on the saddle. You want another Northern Fulani to succeed him, believing that Atiku will hand over to you? I will use your reasoning to demonstrate irredeemable foolishness and glaring stupidity to your thinking. Somebody is saying Atiku hand over to who? Is Atiku the owner of Nigeria? Who will take Igbo serious in the nearest future if you allow Atiku to rob you the chance of winning election now? Only idiots are doing this, and I agree. So see, everybody is writing and saying that this Chinedu Kwalo of a person who calls himself a doctor doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a political sycophant. He's playing to the gallery of PDP. That is true. Somebody say, now daybreak, Fake story. Same youth who attacked Soludo for writing nonsense about Peter Obi. Use another trick, please. This one won't work. Anambra, you are the most peaceful youth I have ever known. Yes, now somebody is paying this guy to write nonsense. All right. So personally, I disagree with what Chinedu Ekwalo is saying that Peter Obi should drop down now so that PDP ambition can move on. It not go work. This one I pay the trumpeter. The thing don't sound, the trumpet don't quench, and nobody will take him serious. That is the truth. Peter Obi cannot step down because he is the most credible person among the 3 or 4 major contestants right now. And the whole Nigerians, the whole worldwide have accepted Peter Obi to go. Peter Obi dropping ambition now will be a big disappointment to hundreds of millions of people who are hoping and waiting for him to get there. If he steps down now, he will dash the hope, he will disappoint so many people, and that will not be accepted. But right as I said, Peter Obi does not have the control anymore of this presidential stuff. People are now saying you must go, whether you like it or not. So he can't stop. Let this youth call himself Dr. Chinedu Ekwalo. Let him go and find something else to do. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment below as well.